Sure.
Give them something.
Sure. I work absolutely to them, whether it's 6 or 6,000, it doesn't really matter. It's just, they bring it out of me, the inspiration, the ham.
If you go out there some night,
Sure.
let's say you're in 4 or 5 tunes, and it just isn't coming back from the audience, what do you do?
I change the songs around. I'll go back and stay up all night working on it, worrying about it. I'll find out what it is. It's not getting off the ground, the first 4 or 5 numbers. Because it's very important,
Do you ever play to one particular person in the audience? Do you ever single out, say, a girl that's on the side of the stage? Play to her?
That's difficult because of the lighting. I can't hardly see them. I can see them, but not in detail.
You kind of flash flood.
I will play off of an isolated instance, say if somebody's really jumping them down or yelling or enjoying it or whatever. I'll play to that in a way. Not all the time, but I'll go to it.
Let's talk about how the whole show has come to being. Because I know it's your creation. From every person up there is really somebody that's up there for a reason. Like, for instance, the stamps. How do they come to be picked?
I just want a male gospel quartet who stays with me for background. So I simply find out who's doing the best at that particular time. And some of the best voices in the world are in that type of music, but you don't hear about them that much. So I had known J.D. Sumner from the time he started to work for this group called the Blackwood Brothers in Memphis. And a group that worked for me called the Imperials had a contract with somebody else. And when they left, I had to replace them, and so we called J.D. Sumner, and he told us about the Stamps, It was a new group that just put together. The name of the Stamps has been around for years, but the groups have changed. And this was a new group that had just been put together. So they sent me some records of these guys, and I picked them on that basis. And the same with the girl singers. They had backed Aretha Franklin and a lot of other people.
Why was it important for us to have a male gospel group as part of the act? How did that fit in?
In other words, was there a certain feeling you were going after for your whole show?
Yeah.
I think
That plus, excuse me, Jerry, that plus, I wanted musicians that could play any type of music. Lead guitar players and bass, piano, who could play classical or anything, which those guys can. And all the musicians were all handpicked. I auditioned musicians for days and days, drummers, guitar players. Somebody said, I said, who's the best guitar player around? And they said, well, Glenn Campbell and James Burton. And I said, well, Campbell's out. He's on his own, so James Burton. But there's a lot of good men around. It's just a matter of finding them. But they all just fit in, and fortunately they knew most of my songs.
But I mean, you wanted voices behind you, and
I wanted voices behind me to help add to the fullness of the sound and to get the dynamics of the show.
And the same on the tour. Why did you want to have a full orchestra?
Because of the places being so big and everything, I wanted to fill the room up with sound as much as I could, with music. And a lot of records have been orchestrated.
You mean like on arrangements like Bridge Over Troubled Water and American Trilogy?
Yeah, you've got to have that bigness there. You've got to have the dynamics of sound. And I enjoy it. You know, people wonder how I do it night after night or something. I really like it. I'm perfectly at home out there. I may lose 4 or 5 pounds a show easily, but I don't mind it. You know, I've been doing it ever since I've been in this business.
And how do the one-night stands feel? I mean, from city to city to city.
Oh, that's exciting. Used to traveling around and going to the shows and checking it
I saw a piece of
and having them say, "Oh, I knew you from 50 years ago," and I wasn't around 50 years ago.
Remember that piece of film we saw today? What was it, 1968 or something like
It's from
that?
the top 10 outstanding young Americans.
10 Outstanding Young Men Awards.
Oh,
Remember what you said?
The JC's there?
Very short.
I was so nervous.
And you made a speech then, right?
Yeah, it's a different ball game when you're going out to sing and you're going out to make a speech. And I had nothing prepared. I was going to go out and just ad-lib it. But when I first started talking, my voice was so high. I sounded like someby else, you know. It was way up here in this register, you know. God. I was really nervous. I don't know what I said. There's something about a song. I think I used it without a song the day we were in.
You
Used
learned
that.
from some. You said something interesting leading into that. You said, when I was a kid, I used to read comic books. And I was the hero in the comics. When I saw movies, I was the hero in the movies. And I was like, really beautiful, you know, again, the whole projection of being a hero. Suddenly, you've grown up, and you are a hero. Now there are kids sitting at home.
You had the line, "Everything's happened to me 100 times over."
Yeah. Is that what I said?
It was very sincere.
No,
It was sincere.
yeah, I just,
It was something only you could have said.
it just came to me at the time. I didn't prepare it at all. You know, I just-
Or you did. The secret to every great man is a good speechwriter. That's what you wanted to say, right?
No.
But when you were a kid, is that how you identified with being a hero, by a comic book or by a newspaper?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like, who were your heroes?
Just any and everybody that did anything. Just it's the same today. You know, I watch people who excel in anything, whether it be sports. I'm not a golfer, but I watch the top golfers. Tennis players, the chess players. I admire anybody who can do anything of that nature. You know.
When did you first feel that you wanted to be a singer? Did you have it?
When I first realized I could sing, and at about 2 years of age,